It's harvest time, the wind will blow. It's harvest time, how will they know? Many are dying, many are lost. It's harvest time, it's harvest time, it's harvest time, I'll go. It's harvest time, the wind will blow. It's harvest time, how will they know? Many are dying, many are lost. It's harvest time, it's harvest time, it's harvest time, I'll go. Yes, Lord, I'll go. Yes, Lord, I'll go. Yes, Lord, I'll go. Yes, Lord, I'll go. To those who are dying, to those who are lost, it's harvest time, it's harvest time, it's harvest time, I'll go.
We're in Pala with all these wonderful people, and this has been like a homecoming today because we haven't been here in so long, and they're so happy, and we're having a clinic today. Sick people have come down the mountains all around, and we gave rice and beans, and they're cooking for all the school children. Shh, Mommy. Ugh. They're cooking for all the school children as well as all the people who have been waiting for clinic all day.
Good afternoon. We're here in Pala. This is the food that we prepared. All these wonderful ladies have prepared these beans and rice for the children out here, over 400 of them. It's an incredible amount of children, and they've spent 3 or 4 hours putting this food together. And we have these plates, as you can see. Each child's going to get a plate of food, and might be the only food they get all day or all week.
We're in Pala today. This is a village so far away that they never hardly ever get a visitor. The suffering is so intense that no one could ever imagine what it's like to live here. People come from all over the mountains. They bring their sick on stretchers. We have taken so many dying children from this area. They lack food, children die of malnutrition. The highest death rate we have ever encountered is in these areas. The children that you see today barely get one meal a day. They suffer without the necessities of life. They suffer without food. They suffer without water. And most of the children in Haiti never get a chance to be educated or go to school. As we do clinic, we find so many adults as we do clinic, they don't even know how old they are. They don't know when they were born. They've never been educated. This is Haiti's tomorrow. And it's only by people getting involved that these people are going to change Haiti. Okay, levez-moi, quittez-moi, ouais. What happened was 15 days ago he was working, and his hand hit hard on a rock, and then it became inflamed all the way up all this time, but since then he developed these other second rigid and kind of seizuring and everything like that. So what he really needs is a hospital. At this point, there's not much we can do except make him...
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's serious. He could die before morning. This is a 10-month-old child, like so many around here, has infection from scabies from head to toe. You see all over this body right here, the little hands here, the infections all over the feet. Look at the feet. The feet is just oozing with infected scabies all over the body here. Sores, look, the hands are bleeding. Swollen. Poor little thing. Just totally all over the back, all over the legs. The feet are bleeding. You can see the feet, the blood, the sores all over. Can't even imagine the discomfort this baby is in. And if this baby is not given care and medicine, all this will grow into secondary infections and she'll become much worse. But we're in Jolly Giver today. We have just come from John Beline and singing probably over 300 people today. We came back to our base where people like children like this and their parents are waiting for us, or their loved ones. The grandmother brought us this child with severe malnutrition and dysentery. We have her birth certificate. If I didn't have this birth certificate, I wouldn't believe that this child is 5 years old. This child weighs practically nothing. 5 years old. She looks like she's about, at the very most, 18 months old. Severe marasmus malnutrition, sunken eyes, she's losing her hair. You can just see by looking at her face, she's a very sick little girl. And this little girl, if we don't take her, she will not live. We've taken so many in today already that were dying of malnutrition. We didn't want to take these children back unless it's serious and they're going to die. And so we just said we had enough to take back, and then we come back and find her, so we just can't leave them here. They've got 5 children in the home. The grandma's trying to take care of them, and they don't have enough food to eat. She's not responding to any medication. And it's just hard to believe she's 5 years old. It's hard to believe that children like this die every day in these mountains because there's no medical help. We're in Jolly Giver where there's so many children that don't have decent clothes and shoes, and this little boy just stood out to us today. Here he is, such a nice boy, and look at his clothes. His shirt doesn't fit him. He's got a protruded stomach, shorts, and his mother is dead. And he had the worst pair of shoes on, and thank God one of the team members were kind enough to give his shoes. But I want you to look at the shoes. Jesus said, I was naked and you clothed me. Look at this pair of shoes. When I think about our blessings, and to think that there's children that this is the shoes that they have to wear. Can you imagine this for our children? And yet, this little boy, est-ce content? Look at the smile on his face. He's so happy for his new pair of shoes. And they gave him clothes. And he's just a happy boy today. And we're happy too, because just to see the joy in his life. We're just so thankful for people who get involved and give. And we just want to say thank you to everyone that gets involved and give to change lives for these precious people. We just arrived at the children's home. We've traveled all night long on the sea, in the boat, and then hours and hours from Maraguan with these 2 children. This is little Natasha. It's hard to believe that she's 5 years old. She's literally dying of marasmus malnutrition. 5 years old when these kids should be learning to ride a bicycle and do many fun things. You can see. 5 years old. She looks no more than 18 months, 15 months at the most. These are the sunken eyes. They lose their hair. This little child is, she's never been able to stand up. She's very limp, and she's also got severe malnutrition.
I can walk him down the walk and he come up and put his arm around me.
Vous content?
Hi. Hi. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. It's sweet.
Regarde, il y a des photos, hein? On prend photo. Souris. Attends, il va comprendre. Don't rewind. Mango blanc. Oh, they not ripe yet.
23. Verse 3.
Oh, Alléluia, Jésus l'aime. Oh, Alléluia, Jésus l'aime.
Each harvest time